सपने सच हों, इससे पहले कि सपने सच हों, आपको सपने देखने होंगे. Yes, we are talking about the greatest personality of our country, and we are celebrating the birthday of the legend of our country, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So, well, guys, we all are here and talking about the greatest personality, the missile man of our country, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Well, with me, some students, we have Mr.
Hi, I am Farman and I am a student of Matthews Academy and meet my friend.
Hello, I am Muhammad Ram from Matrix, and now we will discuss about the biography of Mr. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and also discuss about his sacrifice for our country, his education field, his thoughts, his statements, and all these things we discuss about in this session.
Well, guys, as you know, this is Athra. Today I'm from Matrix, and we are here talking about the sacrifices of the greatest man of our country, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. We'll talk about his biography, we'll talk about his sacrifices, we'll talk about his educational standard, and we'll talk about his life. And we are so much glad we are so glad here that we are talking about the greatest personality of our country today. So, well, as we know that we listen many thoughts, we always listen lots of thoughts of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. जैसे कि हम जानते हैं कि इंतज़ार करने वालों को सिर्फ इतना मिलता है जितना कोशिश करने वाले छोड़ देते हैं. द ग्रेटेस्ट थाट ऑफ डॉक्टर APJ अब्दुल कलाम बहुत कुछ जाते जाते भी हमें बहुत कुछ देकर चले गए. सो वेल, वी आर वेरी हैप्पी दैट, and also we are very sad that he is not alive now, he is not with us, but we always remember him, we always miss him. Well, Mr. Farman, we are talking about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. As a student, what inspiration do you get from his life?
We get one inspiration, we get lots of inspiration, but one is very important, that we should be passionate about our work. That what we have to do and what we don't have to do. Because everything have points that what is better for us and what is not. We should understand that is it better than passionate. Like Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam forget that he also had married, but he didn't marry. A reporter asked him, "Hey, why you didn't marry?" So he replied, "Actually, I forgot that I have to marry." So he was very passionate about this.
Farman, you said really, it's really very important point. I also listen. When I got it that year, it's really shocking. Don't you think so that a person in present time, if we are getting education, if we are studying somewhere, so for that, because we want to get something, we want to achieve something, we want to enjoy our life. That's why we are earning. That's why we are getting education. The purpose of studying and earning, that's we won't get married with a reputed family, with reputed girl. इससे पहले कि the mindset of present generation is we have to get education and we have to get a job, we have to earn money, then finally we have to get married and we have to enjoy our life. Okay, so what do you think about it?
The great personality APJ Abdul Kalam forget everything but he was very passionate about his work for his country, like you can see. But we should be passionate about our work, and I think it will be good for us.
Well, Mr. Inam, when we talk about some personalities of our country, and one of the greatest name we have, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was the greatest scientist. He has doctorate degree, and he was also the very good missile man of our country. Okay, he gave a lot. He sacrificed his whole life for the country. Okay, so what do you think, and what inspiration do you get from his life as a student? Because he is the inspiration for the students. Student learns a lot, and mostly we share his thoughts, that we have many thoughts, as like you cannot change your future, You cannot change your future, but you can change your habits. Surely your habit will change your future, right? So this is the good thought of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. How do you inspire yourself by his thoughts and by his biography, by his career?
Yes, it's very good topic for all of us because lots of people get inspiration and motivation from Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam because he is a great person. And if you talk about his qualifications, so he was a great person, and in education field, so he was a professor, he was an author, and also he was former prime president of our country, which is very good thing for all of us. And he is a scientist, aerospace scientist. And if I tell you about my inspiration who I took from him.
In your words, Mr. Inam, what do you think? What is real success?
Yes, if you talk about his statement and mentality, so there's no other people after him who have this types of mentality because he have a different type of mentality. He didn't think about money, about earning, about fame, about popularity. But if we talk about this times of generation, so in this time mostly people think about earning money, and he want to become rich, and he want to become very famous. Yes, it's very bad thing because to get popularity he did so many bad works, so which is not good for all of us. And if we talk about mentality, so there is no any person who have this types of mentality.
So, Mr. Faman, एक thought, mostly we listen and we share a thought we get by WhatsApp and Facebook and all. Okay, that सपने वो नहीं होते जो आप रात में सोते हुए देखते हैं, बल्कि सपने वो होते हैं जो आपको सोने नहीं देते हैं. ये एक बहुत अच्छा थॉट जो फेमस हुआ है. व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट इट एंड व्हाट इंस्पिरेशन डू यू गेट बाय दिस?
If you are very passionate about your work, if you want to be do good, then you will not sleep. You will think how I can do it, how I will be, how I can become this. So that I think that's a really good and absolutely this right. सपने वो नहीं होते जो हम रात में देखते हैं. In real life सपने वो होते हैं जो हमें सोने नहीं देते.
So, Mr. Farman, as we know that he was very extraordinary person. He was the greatest person, and he was very minded, missile man, greatest scientist, doctor, and all means we can describe this personality in words, right? And being extraordinary person, he said, that we can see here that when I am dead, do not declare a holiday, instead work a day extra, right? जिस दिन मेरी डेथ हो जाए तो उस दिन कोई हॉलीडे आप डिक्लेयर मत करना, बल्कि एक दिन और ज़्यादा एक्स्ट्रा आप जो है उस मेहनत करना या काम करना. ओके, और एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी की अगर हम बात करें तो आई वॉज डिस्कसिंग विद यू कि एक बार किसी जर्नलिस्ट ने ही आस्क्ड अ क्वेश्चन. It was a meeting and they were discussing, and president was going from that meeting at the ending, and suddenly he repeated a question again. क्वेश्चन दोबारा किया गया तो वो रुके और आकर वहाँ पर स्टेज पर बैठ गए. इवन जर्नलिस्ट वॉज सिटिंग ऑन द चेयर ऑन द स्टेज एंड ही वॉज सिटिंग ऑन द फ्लोर. सो दिस वॉज, वी कैन से दैट ही वॉज अ एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी पर्सन. इवन वो अपने आप में बहुत कुछ थे, लेकिन हम उसको कभी इतना रिएक्ट नहीं किया, कभी इतना नहीं दिखाया अपने आप को. ठीक है, सो वी कैन लर्न अ लॉट. इन प्रेजेंट टाइम वी आर नथिंग बट वी एक्सपोज सो मच. अपने आप को बहुत कुछ बन के दिखाते हैं, बहुत कुछ होते हैं. ठीक है, सो वी कैन लर्न अ लॉट, राइट? वेल, एट लास्ट आई वुड लाइक टू से दैट सम लाइन्स आई वॉन्ट टू डेडिकेट सम लाइन के आसमां था वो लेकिन फिर भी नज़रें झुका के चलता था. ही वॉज रियली एवरीथिंग. ही वॉज really the greatest personality, legend person of our country. We proud of him, and in present we miss him so much. And I want to say that Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam ji, you will always be in our memories. We will always miss you so much. And Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.